Hello, good morning everyone. In today's lecture, we are going to continue with the same topic that we have been doing in last lecture. Of course, chapter 7, Dissolution of Partnership Firm, part 1. Yes, this is the 6th lecture of theory. Theory for today is journal entries, just similar to the lecture 5, the previous lecture to this. So let us first of all quickly revise which are the journal entries that we have understood so far. Yeah, please, you should have your textbook with you, page number 279, and the lectures previous to that were all about the theory topics, the theory in detail. And from last lecture 5, we have started with the journal entries. So page number 279, the balances of accumulated reserve and undistributed profit. The first topic was reserves and credit balance of P&L account, which is to be credited to partners' capital account. The second in that was debit balance, which is to be debited to partners' capital account. And if you turn the page number 280, the assets are closed and transferred to realization account. All the assets are to be credited, and a realization account is to be debited. Further, it was accounts of provisions being closed, so bad debt reserve, depreciation fund, etc. was to be debited, and realization account to be credited. Further, it was the accounts of liabilities were closed and were transferred to realization account. So in the journal entry, all the liabilities were debited and realization account being credited. Then it was the sale of assets. If you will check on page number 281, we are revising the previous lecture. We haven't started with anything new. So it is about sale of assets. Then it is about assets taken over by a partner. Further, it was income received from unrecorded asset. Then the topic was regarding payment of liabilities. The first topic in that was paid in cash, when a liability is paid in cash. Then it was when liabilities payment is accepted by a partner, and when unrecorded liability is paid. So till that we have completed, and we are going to continue with the journal entries further. On page number 282, the very first thing mentioned in point number 6, just after the concept of liabilities, it says, when dissolution expense of partnership firm, when dissolution expense of partnership firm is paid. The very first thing in the procedure of payment, if you remember the previous lectures, it is that firstly the dissolution expense is to be paid. Yes? So let us understand. When dissolution expense is paid by a firm and to be borne by the firm. Before this, there is an important point. that generally dissolution expense of partnership firm is borne by the firm itself. Yes, so most of the time, majority, generally it is to be borne by the firm itself. Yes, and if there are different situations, the accounting treatment will be, of which the first is when dissolution expense is paid by a firm and to be borne by the firm. That means the firm is going to pay the amount of dissolution, the journal entry for which is here. It is realization account debit to cash and bank account. When is this journal entry to be written? When the dissolution expense is paid by firm and to be borne by the firm. It is given on page number 283 in your textbook. Realization account debit to cash and bank account. This journal entry is similar to the payment of liability in cash. Yes? If you will check just the previous page in your textbook, page number 282, both the journal entries are same. Yeah? So, this is the journal entry in common for all the payments made by the firm. Yes, you will pay dissolution expense, you will pay liabilities. The journal entry is going to be this: realization account debit to cash and bank account. Alright? Further, whenever any partner accepts the liability for payment of dissolution expense, so in such a case, no accounting treatment is given if the dissolution expense is to be borne and paid by any partner. That means the partner is supposed to pay the dissolution expense, and in such case there is no accounting treatment. But when any remuneration is payable to the respective partner to perform the responsibility of dissolution procedure, then this is the journal entry. Whenever the remuneration is payable to the partner just because he has performed the responsibility of dissolution procedure, the journal entry is this, which says realization account debit to respective partner's capital account. Okay? Further, the second topic says, when responsibility is accepted by the partner and payment is made by firm, the responsibility has been accepted by a partner of the dissolution expense and the payment is made by firm. In that case, this is the journal entry, respective partner's capital account debit to cash and bank account. Yeah? Respective partners' capital account debit to cash and bank account. Alright? Then, so this was the topic about the payment of dissolution expense. You will understand this in a better manner when we'll be doing the practical sums. So yes, the next topic is when loan of a partner is paid. It says partner's loan account debit to bank and cash account. See, what is the basic balance for a loan? The basic balance of a loan is credit. Now once it is paid, it is to be closed, and this is the reason it has been debited. So partner's loan account debit to cash and bank account. This is the journal entry for the payment of loan. This point has been discussed in the procedure of payment at the time of dissolution, and this is the third point. The very first point was dissolution expense. Second was for the payment of liabilities. Third one was the payment of partner's loan, if you remember. Yes? Alright. So next, it is distribution of balance of realization account. See, so far we have understood, the previous lectures, lecture 5. In that I have explained realization account in detail. The lecture next to that was about the journal entries related to realization account, and even in today's lecture, the half of them. Finally, the realization account has been prepared, and you have to post all these journal entries in realization account. This is the specimen of realization account. So all the journal entries that you've learned so far are to be posted here. You can see all of them have been posted, and once you will balance this account, the result is going to be profit or loss. So here are the journal entries for the distribution of balance of realization account. Alright. So let us see if it is a profit on realization account. In case of profit, so you know very well, whenever the profit is to be distributed among partners, their capital or current accounts are to be credited. Yes? So the journal entry for profit on realization is realization account debit to partners' current capital account. Yes? Now what if it is loss? The journal entry is to be reversed. This is simple. This is just similar to the preparation of revaluation accounts, isn't it? Yes, it is completely similar to that. Profit on revaluation, loss on revaluation. Yes, it is just a realization account here in the place of revaluation account. Yes. So now we are distributing loss. In that case, partner's current or capital account has to be debited and realization account is to be credited. Yes? So now let us see the specimen of realization account, which is important to understand. You should have your textbook with you right now, because we are going to read the journal entries and we are going to understand the posting for same. Okay, so whatever journal entries we have learned so far till today starts from page number 279. Please take your textbook with you. The journal entries that I have taught you in lecture 5 and lecture 6, which is the today's lecture, we are going to post all those journal entries for now. So page number 279 of your textbook, the journal entries and realization account here presented on your screen. Let us compare these two. Yes, ready? Okay. The first journal entry, I cannot see the word realization anywhere. So this journal entry is going to be posted in partner's capital account, and we are preparing a realization account here. So this journal entry cannot be posted here, as well as the second one, which is partner's capital account, profit and loss account, also does not appear in realization account. Alright, starting with the second topic given on page number 280. The topic says assets are closed and transferred to realization account. Page number 280. The journal entry there says realization account debit to land and building, to plant and machine, to furniture, investments, debtors, bills receivable, and other assets. You see here, the very first thing on debit side of realization account, in realization account on your screen, two sundry assets. This is all the assets. This is the posting for the journal entry given on page number 280 and the one that we have understood in lecture 5. In journal entry, the assets have been credited, so as per the rule of posting, it is to be written on debit side. So to sundry assets account, all the assets appear here. And here the book value, the one which is going to be given to you in question. Here if you will see, it is also written journal entries number. This is the second journal entry. Posting of the second journal entry. The second topic I mean. So please compare this. Yes, the journal entries that you have understood so far, we are posting the same. The journal entry number journal entry number 2, the second topic, given on page number 280 has been posted on debit side of realization account. I hope you know the rule of posting by now. We have studied ledger posting in standard 11th. Yes, so this is the reason we have studied that chapter. I used to explain again and again, I used to instruct you all that you should pay attention to the basic concepts taught to you in 11th, which are really helpful in standard 12. So you see here, it is completely ledger posting. So at this point, if you aren't aware about how to post journal entries in ledger accounts, then it is completely useless for you to study this chapter. You will have to take textbook of standard 11 at first. You will have to go through the chapter of ledger posting, and only then you can understand this chapter. Yes? So please do this if you are weak with the basic concepts of accounting. And later you cannot complain that we were not able to understand, and God alone knows that what ma'am was teaching. Yeah? So you need to be perfect from your side firstly before complaining. Okay, let us come back to the topic. So we are done with the posting of the second journal entry. Here it is written. Further, the same page number 280, when accounts of provisions are closed and transferred to the realization account, in that journal entry you can see realization account has been credited and all the provisions has been debited. So in journal entry the provisions have been debited. So in the process of posting, they are to be written on the credit side of realization account. Here it is, by provisions account. Here is the number for journal entry just the way presented in the textbook. Bad debt reserve, depreciation fund, discount reserve on debtors, bills receivable. Yes? Discount reserve on debtors and bills receivable. Depreciation fund, bad debt reserve, these are all the provisions. These have been closed and have been transferred to realization account. Alright? Yeah, so the next topic was about assets. Not the assets. We have to still understand about liabilities, yes, which is given on page number 280 of your textbook. When liabilities accounts are closed and transferred to the realization account, page number 280 in your textbook. When liabilities are closed and transferred to realization account, See the journal entry on page number 281, which is creditors account debit, bills payable account debit, bank overdraft account debit, workman profit sharing fund account debit, outstanding expenses account debit to realization account. So here the liabilities have been closed and in the journal entry they have been debited. So in the process of posting, they are written on credit side by sundry liabilities account. In realization account on your screen, on credit side by sundry liabilities account, see all the liabilities have been written here on credit side as per the rule of posting, just because in journal entry they have been debited. Alright. Further, again in your textbook, page number 281, the journal entry for sale of assets. I repeat, the journal entry for sale of assets. Cash and bank account debit to realization account. Always remember one thing, we are going to post the journal entries which are related to realization account, and here in this journal entry, realization account has been credited and cash and bank account has been debited. So we are going to write this in realization account, and we are going to we are going to write cash and bank account on credit side as per the rule of posting. Please pay attention on the screen. Here you can see by cash and bank account, this journal entry is for sale of assets. Here is the number for journal entry. Alright. Okay. Fine. The next journal entry, it is about when assets are taken over by a partner, and the journal entry says respective partner's capital account debit to realization account. So in the journal entry, partner's capital account has been debited. So in the process of posting, it is to be written on credit side of realization account. Here on credit side realization account, you will see by partner's capital account, asset taken over by partner. Here is the number of journal entry. Simple. Okay, then let us see which is the next journal entry. Please turn the page. Okay, it says when income is received from unrecorded asset. I hope you have your textbook with you. Only then it is possible to understand, because we are reading journal entries and we are preparing realization account on the same basis. Okay, the journal entry says cash account debit to realization account. Cash has been debited, so in realization account it is to be written on credit side. Okay, here if you see on credit side, in realization account, credit side, here by cash and bank account, sale of unrecorded asset, here is the journal entry number. Okay. Alright. The next journal entry says when liabilities are paid in cash. The journal entry is realization account debit to cash and bank account. So cash and bank account has been credited in the process of journal entry. So in the process of posting, it is to be written on debit side. So realization account on your screen, debit side, here to cash and bank account, payment of liabilities, journal entry number. Okay, fine. The next one, When liabilities payment is accepted by a partner, the journal entry says, all these journal entries we have understood, yes, in the previous lecture and also few of them in the current lecture. It says realization account debit to respective partner's capital account. So partner's capital account has been credited in the journal entry. So in the process of posting, it is to be written on debit side of realization account. So pay attention on your screen, realization account, debit side. Here it is to partner's capital account, liability accepted by partner, journal entry number. Yes? Okay then. Let us see the next topic. Yes, on page number 282 again, in your textbook. When unrecorded liability is paid, the journal entry says realization account debit to cash and bank account. So, cash and bank account has been credited. So, in the process of posting, it is to be written on debit side of realization account. So, on your screen, realization account, debit side. Here it is to cash and bank account, payment of unrecorded liabilities and the journal entry number. Further, when dissolution expense of partnership firm is paid, this is the next topic. So, on page number 283 now of your textbook. When dissolution expense is paid by firm and to be borne by the firm. Realization account debit to cash and bank account. Cash and bank has been credited. So in the process of posting, debit side, realization account on your screen, debit side, and here. To cash and bank account, payment of dissolution expense, journal entry number. Yes? So, further you have two more journal entries. When any partner accepts liability and the journal entry is about remuneration. And it says on page number 283, realization account debit to respective partner's capital account. Respective partner has been credited, so in the process of posting, it is to be written on debit side. Realization account on your screen, debit side, and here. To partner's capital account, remuneration of partner, journal entry number. Yes? So, lastly, the two journal entries after that we have learned does not contain realization account in it. So, these two are not to be posted. So, quickly turn on page number 284 and we are left with the posting of these two journal entries only, in case of profit, in case of loss. So here it is on debit side, you will see page number 284, in case of profit, it is written realization to partner's current capital. So this is on credit side. So in the process of posting, it is to be written on debit side. Here, realization account on your screen, debit side. The posting for the journal entry in case of profit on realization. Just opposite to this on credit side is the posting for the next journal entry for loss. I hope you will be able to understand the last journal entry on your own. So that's all. This is how realization account is prepared. Yeah. So please go through, revise it properly and write down all the journal entries, learn the same. This is your homework for today. You will write down the journal entries with narration. You will also read them carefully. You will write them once in your fair book. There is no need of writing down the specimen of realization account. You just need to understand this. But it is compulsory to write down the journal entries and learn the same. It's extremely important. I repeat, you don't have to write down the specimen, you have to write down only journal entries. So here we end our session. We'll see you all soon in the next session.